Hello and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. I want to be really clear with all of you right now. It won't be the standard opening statement I make every day. Since it has been made public that XRP has failed the Howey test, we in the XRP community can finally feel like we've been vindicated. Allegations are being made against the SEC. And as I've been poring over the documents and conducting my study, my emotions have been all over the place. To begin, let me say that I'm thrilled. Simple reason that we've never set foot in Rome. And we've followed the guidelines as closely as possible. We were right all along. I'll say it again because it bears repeating, but on a more serious point, I'm fuming with rage. Frustration. The XRP community has been correct from the start, and they just won't accept. Ripple has always followed the guidelines. The only thing they asked for was rules to follow. They just want things to be made clearer. The action has been to visit the SEC and make every effort to cooperate with the authority. For that openness, I thank you. On the last day of J. Clayton's administration, we were served with a lawsuit. The fact that this case dragged on for 2.5 years is particularly frustrating. We watched as the market went from a bull run into a bear market in 2017 and 2018, only to have the next bull run in 2021 fail to set a new record high due to the lawsuit, which, with the benefit of 2020 hindsight, we now know was groundless. I'm looking for a profit. A frivolous lawsuit drained those funds. It has really upset me. And I'm familiar with you lot, too. The XRP community does not deserve this any less than any other group in this ecosystem. I cannot emphasize this enough. The end is in sight. We're down to the wire now. Forget the Southeastern Conference, and now is the time to drive the final stake. This isn't simply going to be a tirade against the SEC, so let's get into the specifics now. We're going to dive into the specifics of the situation. Forbes writer Sam Lyman speculated that the SEC's campaign against XRP was too much for the agency to handle. Here, John D. explains, the SEC's in this predicament for a number of reasons. First, the suit's purpose went beyond simply upholding U.S. securities legislation. If that were the case, the dust would have already settled, and it would be limited to certain Ripple sales. The case was filed with malicious intent. The motivation for filing this action has been questioned by many, including Joe Grunfist, one of the most esteemed former SEC commissioners still living today. Ripple has amassed a formidable legal team and substantial financial backing thanks to the efforts of a former SEC chair, a former director of corporate finance, a former director of enforcement, a former chief of litigation, a former chief of the current criminal division, and the greatest appellate law firm in the country. Even with the presence of Justice Gorsuch and a budget of $200 million, the SEC was unprepared for the XRP army and its 75,000 supporters. Our community is the most influential in the world. It's because no other group comes close to matching ours in terms of combined computing power. That's why our services are unparalleled in the market. Intriguing thing about the email about there being reasonable grounds to not believe XRP satisfies all the Howey elements when compared to the other SEC emails used in Ripple's opposition is that it has not been censored. The SEC requested that all staff statements be censored, and it appears that this was done. This tells me that the claim that XRP does not meet How was not made by an official at the SEC. If not, it would be blacked out. In my opinion, the SEC was not the source of the statement, but someone in the Hinman emails made mention to it, or the third party's email was forwarded to Hinman or the email group discussing this speech. I try to be as factual as possible in my remark. This is why I feel the need to elaborate. And while it's not a direct quotation from an SEC employee, the fact that it shows XRP was considered is still harmful as heck. There must be a good reason why this XRP opinion was forwarded to the inbox from the SEC. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the crux of the matter. It has always been about absolute dominance, regardless of legal constraints or industrial prejudices. For that reason, the Ripple case has always been crucial. Forbes agrees that the fallout from the SEC case could help Coinbase's case. The XRP community benefited from this litigation and the outcome. And for all of Ripple, it would make us the rock stars of crypto. That's the part I just can't stand. Unfortunately, we had to sit out a bull run for the sake of an industry that has never had our back. A piece of me is really pissed off about this. The other half, though, is aware of this and hopes for the sector's success. In the end, I hope you take away from this film the realization that we were right all along, to become the new elite of the SEC and support everything they stand for. And we've had a huge impact as pioneers in this field. I truly value each and every one of you for keeping your nerve and helping Ripple, the company behind this digital asset, continue to make progress. The stability of our family's financial future improves daily. And the more patience we show, the greater our eventual payoff will be. This is the year that bull gains aren't unbearable, ladies and gentlemen. For listening. I'm grateful to each and every one of you as always. The next video will be up to mold XRP, ways the handpicked one to pilot the next generation of digital payments around the world using XRP. The Federal Reserve started exploring potential faster payment solutions in 2013. 2 years later, a task team dedicated to handling federal funds was established, and action was taken. In 2014, one company specialized in the ripple effect of cryptocurrencies. Digitizing payments is a report put forth by the World Bank and the Better Than Cash Alliance, which comprises the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 nations. A year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance highlighted the cryptocurrency exchange Ripple on their website. Today, the Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030, the logo for which can be seen on the lapels of industry leaders like Bill Gates and on the websites of organizations like the Better Than Cash Alliance and the XRP. By the year 2025, the entire globe is expected to have adopted ISO 20, a new international standard for the electronic exchange of messages between financial institutions. ISO 20022 member dedicated to decentralized ledger technology, has formed partnerships with more than 300 financial institutions, some of which are as well known as Bank of America Bank, Santander Bank, American Express, PNC Bank, and Santander Bank. British Indian Bank, London. Countries of Singapore, Scotland, Down Under, and Down Under. Japanese, Canadian, Egyptian, and Middle Eastern big banks. Asia, Africa, Oceania, Europe, the Middle East, and Latin America. For example, Ripple has a former Federal Reserve employee on their board, a former BlackRock employee who oversaw their digital asset division, the leader of Australia's CBDC effort, a former United Treasurer, and 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys. Digital Pound Foundation Digital Dollar Project member, former German Minister of Defense and Economics, former SWIFT Business Director, former SWIFT Board Member, former PayPal CFO, former DTCC Head, former Uber CBO, former Amazon VP, and former SEC Chair on their legal team. For a digital Euro 3 members of the Mojo Loop team are listed directly on the World Economic Forum's website, and they serve on the IMF High-Level Advisory Board on FinTech Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium Open Payments Coalition Faster Payments Council Global Payment Steering Group Cross-Border Working Group International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord University Blockchain Initiative, and the Worldwide Ripple and XRP are going away. How do they sound exactly? They are subsets of a larger scheme. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later. Bye.